Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to my SoundPaint podcast. SoundPaint was a concept I created about 10 years ago with the goal to be rooted in a safe community for musicians seeking music education from an angle of just wanting to explore and enjoy music and sound and grow together in their skill and ability. I also feel very strongly about the connection between art and music. It is my love and passion to read different physics studies and explore the correlation between sound waves and light waves. Light waves, which, when broken down, are basically the colors that we see. I love the idea of approaching writing music with color in mind. That is a huge source of my inspiration when I play. With that in mind, I think you get the reason why I call this project SoundPaint. As usual, for those of you who are listening in and can't see what I'm doing, I'm working today in Ableton Live 11 with Arturia's KeyLab 88 that I am using as my MIDI controller, or Musical Instrument Digital Interface. As we go along, I'll be describing what I'm doing as much as possible for everyone listening without the video. If you are interested in seeing what I'm doing in Ableton, you can find my video podcast on YouTube by clicking the link included below in the info section of this podcast. So today, I wanted to continue on with those sound waves. This time though, I promise I will not get distracted, and I am going to move on from sawtooth waves to square waves. Now, I have mentioned this in past podcasts before, but a square wave, again, for those of you not listening, you can think of it like little boxes kind of piled up on top of each other. They have very sharp right angles, and they give off certain harmonic tones that really give it its characteristic, like a video game. If you have ever played Mario, which I didn't grow up playing Mario, I was more of a Sega girl, but my husband, he plays Mario all the time. So this theme is like burned into my head. So that's a square tooth. Square tooth. Not a sawtooth. It's a square wave. Wow. Wake up. All right. So for those of you who are watching, first of all, I'm going to change the color of my track. What's a good Mario color? I don't know. I'm going to go... Let's see. I'm going to go with this. Is this kind of pink? I don't want it pink. That's not... I need a red. I need a good red. That was too pink for me. We'll try... No, that's brown. All right. I'm just going to go back to that other red. Whatevs. Okay. So we're going to make stuff up, and we're going to play around in this here area. We have our cooking pot, this oscillator here. I only have one oscillator on at the moment, and I'm going to keep it that way for today. We messed around in the past with the octave setting. That means that if I'm playing a note and I turn it up an octave, you're now going to hear it 8 notes higher, but it's the exact same note. I can do that and turn it down lower. Actually, no, I'm going to keep going up. Here it is, one more octave higher. Okay. And we're going back down. We'll go lower than that. Maybe one more. Ooh. I kind of like it 1 octave down. Ooh. Now I'll go back up. All right, so let's play with this. So for those of you not watching, I am going to be clicking on different parts of this oscillator. And as I click on different parts, it gives me certain access. It gives me access to certain tools. So here, this is controlling the shape of the wave, as well as the tone that it's playing. And I could go a semitone up or a semitone down, but I really don't want to do that. I could also detune it a little bit. That gives me a little bit more flexibility in where in the pitch I'm letting it land on. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But what I want to do is two things. I want to play with noise. What do you mean play with noise? Okay, so noise. It's a cool feature. If you ever heard, I guess I'm dating myself, like those old TVs where you just see snow and you'd hear, that's my best impersonation of noise. That is just kind of like white noise sound. Or, you know, if you have like a sleep aid thing, you know, white noise is something. Well, you can change the color of it. There's pink noise too. And there's blue noise. But in this particular setting, you can't see what the color is, but you can turn it up and turn it down. So I turn noise on. Don't worry about the color. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'm going to play the note. I'm going to play it without the noise. Okay, now I'm going to turn it on. Now, here's something that isn't talked often enough, I think. And you can do this whether you play music or not. You can sharpen your ear to the point where you can hear tiny, tiny, tiny subtleties in sound. I think it's a pretty cool skill to have. So I'm going to shut it off again. Here it is without the noise. And here with the noise. It's just a little bit of that fuzzy white noise added in, but it is super turned down also. So this here, it says -40 dB, which I'm not going to go into the technical terms of that, but it basically means it's turned way low. So I'm going to turn it up. Can't see if that's negative anymore. There we go. Just 1. I think that says 1. Light shining so bright in my eyes. All right, now listen. I don't think that was white noise. So different colors of noise have kind of like a different flavor. I'm going to change the color though. I'm going to go all the way to 20 hertz. I forget what range hertz the noises phase from one color into the next. I have to check that out and get back to you. Okay, it's like a little bit there. Actually, that might be too low for you to even hear because we hear, I believe it's 100 hertz and over. So we're going to go 249. That's what that says. Now let's hear what that sounds like. Can you hear it? I'm going to turn it up even more. Why not? Why not? We're in the 500s now. Let's turn it up here. Okay, so this particular noise sounds... I always like to get abstract when I'm describing sound. Honestly, like it helps me a lot. Most musicians do get abstract when they describe sound. And here's a cool fact that like one of my favorite professors I ever had explained to me. If you think about it, we do not have nearly as many adjectives for sound as we do for sight or even just tactile like texture. Other than loud and soft, we get really abstract when describing sound. Like words like crunchy or fuzzy or, you know, it can get out there. So I would kind of describe this one. Let me hear. kind of sounds like it's like a little crunchy, but then there's like a layer of like wind over it, like shh. It's kind of like a little softer than I was talking about that white noise is. Shh. Can you hear that? Shh. That's I'm imitating it while holding it out. Hoping you can hear that. All right. So that's noise, and it's pretty cool. So I wanted to do that. And then over here, we're still in the same box that directly affects the wave itself and the sound and the pitch. These other 4 boxes do other things, but we're not going there today. I'm going to play with this sound envelope. Now, what is a sound envelope, you might wonder? Okay, so it is a sound envelope. And I've explained this a little bit before, but I want you to like literally think of it. Hang on, let me actually. Okay, so I have some manuscript paper. That's all I have in arm's reach. Okay, a sound envelope. You can imagine like a bubble wrapper or like a bubble, like a mailer or an envelope. Why get complicated? It's an envelope. You can imagine it kind of like this, right? Now, right here, this is the initial point where you hear the sound. And it's like, boom, there it is. There's the sound. And then what happens between here and here, this is like as it decays and kind of fades out. So by this point, like after here, the sound is gone and dead. It's out of there. Everything that happens between these 2 points is kind of up to how you design your sound. So as it opens up, it's going to get to this point where it peaks, and then it's going to kind of fall back out and start fading away. So right here, and again, I encourage you, if you're only listening to this, to check out my YouTube, because this way you can see what I'm doing. So this point right here, this is where the sound is initiated, right? So when it's up here, it's all just kind of happening on the same plane, and it's like, boom, there it is. It's there, and it kind of fades out. But with this, we can kind of make it ramp up to this point. See, that's cool, right? It's like, like as it's like getting up to that point. I do like that. That's cool. I like that. This is just how long it takes to get from the initial point up to where it peaks. And then it's going to kind of like go at a flat point where it trails off. So it's not like a true envelope. Hear that? See, I'm getting abstract. All right. One thing that you might not notice, and this is just me going off on a tangent a bit, I can't play it as fast as I was before because there is like that much space between the initial point where I hit the note to the point where it ramps up to that sound. So it's like affecting how fast I can play it. So I have to play it a little slower. Because otherwise, you're going to lose that kind of cool sound. I mean, I guess that's cool, but it's like there's something like not quite coming to fruition. Actually, I do like that. Okay. So enough of the Mario theme, honestly. I'm going to just make something up. All right, I'm going to layer that. All right, we're doing something cool now. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to record that. Are we armed? Yes, cool. Okay. Kind of change things up there. All right. Let's hear what that sounds like. No hands. That. I kind of don't want to get rid of this. I think I'm going to save this thing. This is cool. Okay, I'm going to add to it though. So I'm going to disarm that. I'm going to arm this one. I'm going to go to my trusty plugins. My Arturia KeyLab. No, what am I saying? My Arturia Analog Lab 4. I got to get some more plugins. This is just my go-to. I want something growly with bass. That's what I want. Ooh, I think this one. No, not that one. I'm getting my names mixed up. Let me just check out all my favorites. No, I don't want a sequence. Okay. I like this one. It's called Demonic Presence. I mean, not a great title, but. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. That's cool. All right. Going to move the playhead back. Yeah. I guess I started it too soon. All right, let's hear what that sounds like. I don't know. I like it. I think I'll keep it. I think I'll keep you. All right. So that is a square tooth wave. Let me just go back to this track so you can see it one more time. So that is one oscillator set with one square wave, one oscillator. It's pretty much dead set in the octave where I'm playing it. I didn't pull it up or down any semitones, or I didn't detune it at all. And we have some noise on. So that was fun. I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked what you heard today and want to hear where we're going next week, then follow me. I post these every Saturday. If you feel like any of this sparked your creativity and you think, hey, I want to get on board and try some of that, you can absolutely check out my academy. It's www.soundpaintacademy.com. And I'm always making new music courses. They're all virtual online. And you can check out what I have. If there isn't something there that you're interested in, shoot me a message. I'd love to hear your ideas. Maybe I'll make a new music course. Thanks again, and have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Bye.